Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 greatest Top of the Pops performances of all time.
He just loves to live that way, and he loves to steal your money.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be ranking the most memorable, unique, or classic times artists took to the Top of the Pops stage and made history. What's your favorite Top of the Pops performance? Let us know in those comments below. Number 10, Spice Girls, Wannabe. We take the Spice Girls 100% seriously. No, stop laughing and hear us out. There's a sense of pride in knowing that millions of people tuned in to watch their performance of Wannabe on Top of the Pops back in 1996. Pride in how the Cool Britannia era wasn't only a success at home, but a crossover success abroad, with girl power becoming a rallying cry for pop music fans around the world.
If you really bug me, then I'll say goodbye.
The Spice Girls felt like certified stars as they reenacted their music video for the studio audience, while the lip syncing feels loose and fun without being overtly cheeky or dismissive. And that's no joke. Number 9, Blur, Country House. Speaking of Britpop, does everyone remember the back and forth between hit chart frenemies Blur and Oasis? If not, allow us to jog that memory with this Top of the Pops performance of Country House. The band's bassist, Alex James, mugs for the camera with his Oasis shirt, while the entire band seems to be at ease and confident with their pantomime. The stage is a little crowded between the band and the horn section, but the crowd hollers for more throughout, and Blur is more than willing to play into the pop hysteria. Number 8, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Relax. There have been times when the visual and pantomime emphasis on Top of the Pops actually works as an asset to the artist in question, as opposed to a hindrance. Frankie Goes to Hollywood was one of those acts, since their appearance on the show actually did what it was supposed to do, increase their chart success. Relax had stalled a bit in the UK charts only 2 months prior to Frankie's gig on the show, but this performance changed everything. The crowd is obviously into it, while the band's magnetic charisma is set fully on display, a case when seeing the artist and hearing the music finally made that all-important connection with the fans. Number 7, Culture Club, Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? The landscape for out and proud LGBTQ+ performers was very different back when Culture Club took to the Top of the Pops stage in 1982. As a result, the band's appearances on Top of the Pops, including when they performed their hit Do You Really Want to Hurt Me, was, for some, their first experience seeing Boy George and company in the flesh.
Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
The song's innate smoothness and laid-back reggae vibe allows George to take a visual center stage, and he absolutely made the most of his time. His stage presence is at once commanding and shy, a true rock star who nevertheless feels close enough to touch. You just can't take your eyes off him.
Make me cry.
Number 6, Slade, Mama We're All Crazy Now.
I don't want to drink my whiskey like you do.
And did Slade know how to dress or what? It's easy to see and hear how the 1980s hair metal scene was influenced by these rough and tumble glam rock hooligans, both in sound and style.
I said, Mama, we're all crazy now.
Slade was truly something else, and their uniqueness was set on full display as the band leaned into their lip sync of their hit Mama We're All Crazy Now. 70s glam bands often prided themselves on looking absolutely outrageous, but Slade was on another level with their anarchic accessorizing.
I don't want to drink my whiskey, but still do.
The music never takes backseat, however, and Mama, We're All Crazy Now offered further proof of the clever and strong sensibilities that lurked within Slade's songwriting prowess. Number 5. Tubeway Army, Of Friends Electric. It's amazing to look back and witness how ahead of the curve Gary Newman was when it came to the world of electronic music and bringing that world to the mainstream. The man's top of the pop appearance with his band Tubeway Army hit back in 1979 when punk rock was still raging, new wave was on the horizon, and heavy metal was poised for commercial chart supremacy. But Newman was having none of that, instead bringing to the stage a strange, stark, and stylish visual presence that was armed with some surprisingly catchy hooks. The crowd almost doesn't seem ready to hear Of Friends Electric and its Kraftwerk-influenced poptronica. By the end, he seems to have them in the palm of his hand. Number 4. Shalimar, A Night to Remember.
When you love someone, it's natural, not demanding.
It doesn't matter whether or not you call it the backslide or the moonwalk, so long as you credit Shalimar's Jeffrey Daniel for bringing the dance move to Top of the Pops nearly a year before Michael Jackson would do so on the TV special Motown 25. Shalimar's pop R&B sound was smooth as silk, but the TOTP performance just focuses on Daniel's righteous dance moves, a pop and lock fest that may seem retro today, but was absolutely revolutionary back in '82. Daniel brings together elements of mime and breakdancing to his performance, as the song track plays in the background, and it all works brilliantly. Because who needs a band, really? Number 3, Lennon/Ono with the Plastic Ono Band, Instant Karma.
Instant karma's gonna get you. Gonna knock you right in the head.
Part performance art, and just a wee bit strange. This sort of describes the vibe of John Lennon and Yoko Ono's Top of the Pops rendition of Instant Karma, alongside the Plastic Ono Band.
Where we all shine on, like the moon and the stars and the sun.
Lennon's facial expression and body language appears coiled, tense, and aggressive, while Yoko's blindfolded sign routine feels indebted to Bob Dylan's subterranean homesick blues, only twice as distracting.
Like the moon and the stars and the sun.
Meanwhile, the mini-skirted mob dances about, oblivious to the performance's more artistic leanings, in deference to a little shaking of the moneymaker. Does that all fit together? No, not at all, but that's exactly what makes the performance so compelling.
Where we all shine on. Like the moon and the stars and the sun.
Number 2, Kate Bush, Wuthering Heights.
Out on the winding, windy moor, sweet roll and falling green.
It doesn't matter whether you prefer the black dress version or the white dress version of Kate Bush's Top of the Pops appearance from 1978, you win every single time. Kate was barely 20 when she decided to sing her hit Wuthering Heights live to a backing track for TOTP, but her inimitable presence is already set fully on display.
It's me, a cafe, a come over.
Said simply, there's no one quite like Kate Bush. From her eccentric, interpretive dance moves, ethereal beauty, and absolutely massive voice, she's one of a kind, and these Top of the Pops performances solidify these notions in magical fashion.
Walk through the high sea. It's me, a cafe, a come over.
It's amazing to think that at this point, Bush's career was just getting started.
So cold, let me in the window.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here's some honorable mentions. The Smiths, This Charming Man. Perhaps Morrissey at his most Morrissey. Rod Stewart, Maggie May. Rod, The Faces, and John Peel?
All you did was wreck my bed, and in the morning kick me in the head.
T-Rex, Hot Love, sounding the clarion call for glam rock. Number 1, David Bowie and the Spiders from Mars, Starman.
Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low.
Ease, Grace, Outer Space. David Bowie's performance of Starman for Top of the Pops was something special. A moment that changed the lives of so many kids back in 1972.
There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds.
Kids who almost immediately went out and formed bands of their own, inspired by Bowie's androgynous psychedelic form of interstellar rock and roll. The interactions between guitarist Mick Ronson and Bowie are fun to watch, as is the almost hypnotic sway of the dancing crowd.
There's a starman waiting in the sky.
It's a communal celebration of sorts, this idea that something special was occurring in that specific studio at that specific moment. Ultimately, however, it also proved one thing, that this was Bowie's world and we were just visiting. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.